Hawks saw a 5-game home winning streak come to an end in their last home game. That was against the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders on February the 24th. Hawks win a draw and dump it in, and Smith tried to play it back out. It hit a leg. He has to chase it down, but Smith does move left of his net, puts it off the boards in front of his bench. Phelan takes it away and dumps it back in, pursued by the former Buccaneer, Bettini. Wrapped up by Grammer in the left wing corner. Connor Brown comes to try to help out, but it's Smith once again for the Buccaneers, going up the middle with a head-rip man pass. It missed everybody, and it goes for a number of times in recent weeks. The Hawks have had 19, 20, 21. Off the draw, the Buccaneers gained control. Grammer got run over deep in his own zone, but meanwhile the puck is shoveled out to the neutral zone. Comes to the Black Hawk line. Doms lost control of it, and the Hawks close to having a slash there that was not called ultimately. As Doms had one hand on his stick, it looked like he was exchanging it, and it was whacked, and he dropped it almost, but Hawks get away with it. Meanwhile, it's Zlinka back inside the Des Moines blue line after it was shot that way. Got it out to center. Theo Kiss, a diagonal dump into the dark. And a face-off is controlled by the Hawks and dumped in. The Buccaneers shoot it right back out. It bounces down into the Waterloo zone. Icing washed out, and the puck played behind the Black Hawk net around the perimeter and not out. Held in left wing corner, but Kernan could not find a handle there. Goes behind the net, now out to the line. Right point, long wrist shot by Smith is gloved and helps the puck to Compton. And now up the ice, finding Hillman. Comes across the line on left wing, tries a wrist shot. It was blocked on its way toward the goal. Connor Brown poked it behind the net. Butella waiting in the right wing corner for Waterloo. Ran into Margano there. Kernan took it, then gave it back to Butella. Tried a backhander, didn't get out in front. Rolls back toward the line and escapes out to center. Nick Fascia turning for Waterloo. Gives the puck to Bettini, then Brown stepping in. Brown poking it to the end wall and comes back Bettini's way. Right wing corner for Waterloo. Out to the line, it never got to Phelan. Tipped and redirected out to center. Phelan then for Bettini. Kicks to his stick. Goes across the width of the ice. Brown chops the puck down towards the left wing corner, almost halfway through the opening period. Still 1-0 Buccaneers. Van Royen backhanding one off the kick plate, intercepted by Fascia at center. Hawks trying to get onside in a first period that has included just 8 total shots on goal through more than 12 minutes. Buccaneers win the draw. Edison Engel in his own zone for Kiss, trying to break it out. It's deflected, got to center, batted to the Black Hawk line, but cut off there by Kerr. Then for Connor Brown. Flicks it down towards the end wall behind the Buccaneer net. Butella chasing after it, but swiped by the Buccaneers, and Ashton Dobbs volleys it off the boards, hit the linesman. That allows Bettini to get it back, and the Hawks play it back deep. But again, the Buccaneers with possession. They got numbers back in the defensive zone. Dyer fed it ahead, stolen by Butella. He fires one wide of the Buccaneer net with a quick shot. Brown found it left wing boards, fed it into the corner, but Dyer there first. Kept it away from Butella, and it's big Owen Dyer. Getting it back out to center. Pass was tipped by Kiss, goes down wide of the Hawk net. Buccaneers' lone home win came on home ice as the Hawks win the draw. Mustard trying to shoot from the high slant was broken up almost immediately, and now Kiss comes up the ice. Mustard back defensively, breaks up Kiss's intended pass for Doms. Hawks played around the boards clockwise back to center after it came into the zone. However, it's down the area left of the Hawk net for Brown, into the shift. So he'll skip one down to the right wing corner. 2:22 left to go in the first period. Engel snapped one down to the Hawks zone. Should be icing. It is an icing call. 10 shots on goal to 6. Hawks win the draw. Kirk, left point. Just able to keep a rolling puck in under some pressure. Got it to Felicio. Then up the wall. Morick is tangled. It's lifted up into the protective netting, and play stops as they try again for the draw. Deering pulls it back. Mustard chopping at the puck, which was bouncing behind Deering. Didn't get much of it and never made it on goal. Dom's got it back to the red line for the Buccaneers for a dump in. And Kernan kept it moving, stolen by Felicio. Then it's Kerr backhanding one to the line. Meanwhile, in the process here, Vachon's lost his goal stick. Puck's dumped back in. Kiss picks it up. Left wing corner, tried to center it at conference right now, but they've been making up a lot of ground in recent weeks. Hawks win a drive to the offside goal. It's banked to Bettini. He bangs shoulders with Kernan. Got the puck deep. Van Royen escorting it behind the Buccaneer net, but then runs into Butella. Connor Brown comes to try to help out for Waterloo. Buccaneers take it, though, and Kernan gets it out to center. Couldn't bank it past Compton, who's then hit by a high stick by Kernan. And there'll be some changes as Felicio retrieves the puck for Erdman. Scoots out of his own zone. Up the right wing boards, through center. Erdman crossing the line, pulls on the brakes, tries a wrist shot. It's stopped by Dahlmeyer. And the puck behind the net with Dyer. Feeding it up the ice. Erdman got a piece of it, but could not control it. And instead it's Doms on right wing. The Lakeville, Minnesota native across the Hawk line for a wrist shot that's snared by Vachon. Got one each way. Draw in the Hawk zone, won by the Buccaneers. Doms saucers one to the left wing boards. Angle bounced it behind the Hawk net. Reed got a stick to it. Swiped back, though, by the Buccaneers with Theo Kiss. Trying to escape from Reed. He drops it back to Dyer at the right point. Left side then for Angle. Then Dyer in the deep slot. Wrist shot. Missed the Black Hawk net. Came off the end boards. Buccaneers center it. And it went through the crease and controlled by the Hawks, but a clearing attempt didn't get out. Lifted by Doms toward the right wing corner. Kiss centering. Glove down in the slot by Butella. He shakes it out to the neutral zone. Pokes it ahead a little further. Out of the reach of Blair, though. And the puck bounced back the other way by the Buccaneers. Mishandled by Kiss. He has to retreat. Collides with Butella. Blair pushed it into the Des Moines zone. And it's brought right back out by Angle. Almost coughed it up to Brown as he was stick handling. But got it to the red line for a dump in. And the bucket. Kernan got a hold of the draw, but then went to his seat. So Phelan able to step up and snag the puck for Waterloo out of the face-off dot. And here's Michael Phelan for Waterloo as far as the center red line. The dump into the left wing corner. Buccaneers recover in their own zone. Van Rooyen just avoiding Bettini. Got the puck handed off to Buick, but now he runs into Butella, who centered it, but it's taken away and cleared. Fascia chasing back down to the Hawk zone, and icing washed out. Fascia played it behind the Hawk net. Kernan gets there to take it away for the Buccaneers. Drops it back out left point. Grammer, wrist shot. Saved by Vachon. Rebound chance. Wraparound. Des Moines scores. It's put in by Theo Kiss on the wraparound try after Vachon had made the initial save, but then got caught up on the post at his right. And Theo Kiss gives Des Moines a new lead, 2-1 at 8:34 of the second period. And looks like everything okay with Calvin Vachon. He had to kick out his left skate to try to get to the post at his left. And good to see that he's not suffering any ill effects after missing several weeks of action with a similar move where he's been good against the Blackhawks in the series, but Calvin Vachon has been better most nights. Buccaneers win control, get it cleared to the line. Bettini knocked it down initially, but the Buccaneers follow up and get it out to the neutral zone with Buick, the head man to the Blackhawks line. Wrapped up by Kerr as he got into the zone on right wing. Hawks wedge it back out to center, but Doms has it for Van Rooyen. Tried a shot from the neutral zone, blockered away by Vachon to the boards at his right. And the Hawks find it with Butella now. Poke checked as he tried to bring it out to center. Went back, found the puck, and swept it out to the neutral zone, but the Buccaneers take over then. And Van Rooyen bounces it back across the Hawk line. Kerr bats it up the ice. Blair trying to keep it moving, but it's poked behind the Hawk net. Blair swoops after it, and now with speed. Hawks win a draw in the offensive zone. Right point, Felicio shooting. Tip, save, off the post, loose puck. It trickles across the goal line. The Blackhawks banks it to Lindbergh for Waterloo. Feathered one ahead. Here's Morick on right wing. Return pass for Lindbergh. Deflected, bounces across the slot. Comes to the boards on the left wing side. Buccaneers clear it. Hawks regroup. Kerr back at his own blue line. Got to the referee's crease for a dump in. Van Rooyen reversing it. Buick hands it off to Kiss, and now Kernan. Kernan out to center, chips it to the Blackhawk line. Reed knocked it down, reversed it back out to center, and hopped away from Hillman. Buick turns back into the Blackhawk zone. Hands it off for Kiss, a shot. Fought off by Vachon, coming out to challenge. And now the Hawks swoop the other way. Let up ice by Hillman. Hillman on left wing, crosses in, trying to get around Van Rooyen. The two captains go to the corner on the left wing side. Now Hillman has three Buccaneers around him. Townsend comes to help, and it's pulled free by Buick and cleared. Phelan turns at center, and Michael Phelan lifts one up the lip of the boards. It goes counterclockwise behind the net, and Altriechter trying to tie it up in the left wing corner. Erdman cross-checked by Buick, trying to get back up and stick with the puck in the corner, but Kernan pulls it free and clears. Puck bounds down towards the Hawks and intercept that. Instead, Fascia finds it for Bettini, trying to hit a home run, but hopped away just shy of the Buccaneer line. And Smith flips it back out to center, cut off by Miller. Volleyed back into the offensive zone. It goes. Hawks win a restart, but Brown couldn't navigate across the Buccaneer line and hang on to the puck, so Van Rooyen volleys it back up the boards. It goes down deep into the Hawk zone. Icing is the call. With 2:17:10 left to go in the third period. Draw in the Buccaneers zone, taken by Des Moines. Van Royen, after going behind his net, comes out left of the goal, sent it out through center. It's tipped down wide of the Black Hawk net. Icing washed out. Miller plays it right at the goal to Townsend. He backhands it out to center. Van Royen sees the puck come down, swats it the other way, but Felicio gloves it down, sweeps a pass then to Altrichter on right wing. Altrichter avoiding Kernan, trying to drop one towards the front of the net, and a stuff attempt. A Black Hawk player run. And the restart was rolled to the line, not out initially. Doms follows up and bats to center. Mustard collects it just outside the Buccaneer blue line, but then he was jostled, and the puck squirts down to the Black Hawks zone with 10.5 left to play in the third period. Phelan sent it out of his own zone. Doms intercepted it, but Phelan got it back. Then Kiss took it away. Kiss to the Black Hawks zone. His feet into the slot was stolen by Thorson, who fired it off the glass. It bounced back down into the Des Moines zone as Thorson made sure it would get out. Hawks had a chance to pursue that, but most important thing there for Thorson was getting the puck out. He did so successfully. Buccaneers now clear it out of their own zone. Hawks take it away at center. Thorson skips it back across the Des Moines line. Deering chasing. Deering juggles it behind the net, given a rough ride, knocked down by Kernan, but Mustard gets there to win the puck back. Then he collides with Buick, and the Buccaneers lift it out to center. Fascia swipes it to the Hawks, who get onside. Fascia backhands it to the right wing corner. Van Royen swept it back up the wall. It comes right back to him as Kiss was knocked down by Deering. Now Mustard steals a clearing attempt. Poked away from him in the high slot. Fascia was starting for the bench, but saw that puck coming free in the neutral zone, got back to it so the Hawks can dump it in, and it's gloved by. Then for Butella, who turns up the ice. Fed it across the line for Bettini. Couldn't return it to Butella. Stolen. Kiss up the rink. Chips and chases down toward the right wing corner. Reed also after it. Reed got a stick to it first. Then for Fascia. And now it's Altrichter. Out to Butella coming up right wing. Got to the red line, wants to change. Dumps it in. Just over 7 minutes left to go in period number 3 in a 2-2 game. Hawks kicked it off the boards in the Des Moines zone, but the Buccaneers took it right away. Angle, head man pass. Did not find his target, Doms, but Doms does win the race to save icing. Plays it counterclockwise behind the Hawk goal. Swiped by Thorson. Then for Altrichter on right wing to the offensive zone. Dragging and shooting. It cleared the crossbar, hits the end glass, comes back to Mustard. He shoots from the left wing boards, but that's off the mark. Miller on the right side. Up the wall, counterclockwise behind the net. Dyer waiting for it for Des Moines. Turns. Kept it away from Thorson. Flipped toward the line. And brought out to the neutral zone by Kiss. Has some help. Flips it to the line. Doms chasing. Gets the puck. Goes behind the Hawk net. Kept it away from Reed. Left it along the boards. Thorson trying to retrieve it for Waterloo. Tied up by Kernan. Now it's Kiss for Des Moines. Knocked off balance. It's sent into the slot. Intercepted by Erdman for Waterloo. To Thorson. Flipping it out to center. And it didn't find Mustard, with a good defensive play by Dyer to knock it out of midair. Buccaneers dump it back in with just over 2 minutes left to go in the third period. Vashon plays it clockwise to Mustard. It got away from him. Centered. Ford turns to the right wing circle. Now for Kiss. He couldn't get a shot away. Hawk steal. And it's Lindbergh trying to break it out. Ford nearly swiped that. It is taken back by Borisinskis. Moves in left circle. Side of the net. Tried to stuff it through. And it's poked aside by Vashon with a poke check. Now Buick just keeping it in. To the right point, and Grammer trying to